What's up, YouTube? I am back with another reaction video for you. This one I promised you was going to be a banger, so sit back and hold on tight. Without further ado.
Question. When y'all went to school, what y'all was studying? Don't answer that. Listen, Rhoda lied. I don't really know. You know, men say we like being lied to. I'm starting to believe them. I don't know if we like being lied to or we want to be the liars. I don't know. But she did lie. Like, first of all, I recall everything. And the receipts on the internet never forget. But let me tell you what happened, because I remember. She said she was walking out the club by herself. She didn't even have a friend with her. And she was randomly assaulted by an unknown black man around a group of other people, majority black men. And the man would not give her his phone number and hit her in the face with a brick because she rejected his advances towards her. That was the initial story. Keep up with me. Keep up with me. First time she was contacted by Houston Police Department. That phone number she provided them was her friend's phone number, who was actually with her the entire night. Keep in mind, this woman cannot be identified. Nobody knows who she is. She never came out and tried to cape for Rhoda at all. That very much so key details. Because again, what homegirls do y'all have? This is giving me very much so repeated history alignment with Megan Thee Stallion. She ended up having to follow up with them on an investigation while she's still collecting your money. She said she could not identify the man. She did not think the man would be identified. The story changed to say she believed he was an Uber driver who was a part of human trafficking and he was attempting to kidnap her. Now, this woman is 33, so I know how Uber works. She's older than me. And I know anytime you order an Uber, there is a log, and they can track that log and they give you all the details of the individual picking you up. So again, here is the other lie. Then she turned around and said that she had no idea who this man was. Well, details show that she was in the club with this man. They walked outside together. She was dancing on this man. They were engaged together in a very intimate manner. And they had been in a car together prior. The video came out and said she hit him first. So while y'all running with this, she was assaulted. No, she got her ass hit back. Your mama told you keep your hands to yourself. I know she said it. I know she said it because we black. They said the same thing. They said, when you go to school, don't you put your hands on nobody first. But if they hit you, you tear their ass up. I remember that's what they said. I know that's what they said because even my aunties had said that. That's what they had said. And if you grew up black, you know that's how they go. You keep your hands to yourself until somebody hit you. And then you show out. So why y'all gotta feel like this lady needs some type of indication? No, she's a scammer. She's also currently fighting charges of domestic violence and aggravated assault, like at this very moment. Like she has a current criminal record open where she is fighting charges in Houston for domestic violence and aggravated assault. She was the aggressor. You know what? I'ma just say it. As a black woman, you ain't gotta stand behind everything. Everything ain't meant for us to just be like, oh, you know what? That's my bitch. I'm a ride. No, sometimes you need to get out the car. Sometimes you need to get out the car. Cause some of these women gonna have y'all doing some time like a nigga pushing P. One thing about that emotional intelligence, they don't tell you it comes with humility. But it definitely comes with deflection. And it's a skill if you know how to do it right. But let me tell you something. Some of y'all are not good at it. And your ex ain't looking like the narcissist you claim he is. He looking like you was just intentionally oblivious. That's what it looked like. Because there's no way you got all this details. And you telling me that you so smart, you so wise, and you're intentionally being obtuse because you want a certain narrative to stick. Sometimes it is really okay to say I fucked up. Sometimes it is so big of you to say, I got this wrong. I jumped to conclusions. I didn't have all the facts. Learn to listen. Learn to listen here, okay? I got a question.
So here's the thing, right? How I look at this, I mean, and this is a fact, our women always talk about they are the most, educated, the most intelligent women out there. But when it comes down to just being gullible, like, is this why we have such a crazy, baby daddy, baby mama epidemic going on in our community because we have book smarts but no common sense. Just something to think about, because I mean, you know, it don't make no sense. And then what's so crazy is after this woman got exposed, no one's coming to the table. All those people that was talking, they're not coming back to the table saying, yo, I messed up. Yo, I actually made a mistake. I was wrong. All you're hearing is just crickets from those same people. So, I mean, it is what it is. I guess it's a cultural thing, you know. On to the next video.
A list of reasons why I believe a lot of men today aren't as interested in pursuing modern day women. Number one, we have unrealistic expectations. We expect him to be this tall, he has to make this amount of money, he has to be in this tax bracket, he has to do X, Y, and Z. We're so obsessed with superficial things that don't necessarily make or break a relationship. The height of a man has nothing to do with how much of a man that he is. As long as that man is out there hustling, grinding, working his 9 to 5 and putting some actual effort in to bring in some income, that's fine. He doesn't have to make 6 or 7 figures. Number two, we show our bodies for the world to see. We lack class, modesty, and decorum. You don't want to be for him, you want to be for everybody. You want everybody to admire your body and give you all the compliments because it makes you feel good inside. Next, we don't want to listen to any man's authority, yet somehow we desire their protection, but only on our terms, you know, when it's convenient for us. And a lot of women today are so upset at this conversation of what you bring to the table because they have this false perspective in their head that somehow they are the table, when really the only component that they have towards a table is that of a plate. Because they're always looking for how other people can serve them. A lot of the women look the same today, they talk the same, they act the same, there's little to no originality. And you think you know what a man wants, but the problem is a lot of women confuse a man's sexual desires as his only reason for wanting a wife when there's more to wanting a wife than just sex. What other traits can you bring to a relationship besides your body? Can you cook? Can you clean? Are you nurturing? Are you peaceful? Can you actually give some type of insight or knowledge towards situation? Are you good at conflict resolution?
So we could date this right back to the brick lady, right? I mean, you know, you think about it, where they was all screaming about protect black women and black men don't protect black women. You know, I would just say, fellas, protect what's yours. Protect the women that want to be protected by you. Protect the women that you choose, right? You choose a wife, you protect your wife. If every woman decided to get themselves under the covering of a man, this black women being the least protected wouldn't be a thing. And it's widely said by women that are single. It's widely said by women that choose to say, I don't want a man, but at the same time, don't feel protected by men. Just something to think about. On to the next video.
It's socially acceptable to be transgender, but it's not socially acceptable to be transracial.
I think that's like they're very different things. I think that like I don't know how to phrase this in a way, but I would say like is.
I wouldn't say I'm educated enough to have the proper definition of like separating the two.
But what about like how Rachel Dolezal, she said that she was born in the wrong body, that she really is black. Why is that any different than being born in the wrong body and being a woman or a man?
I don't know how to explain it, but I know that it is.
I feel like people, they have the freedom to do what they want.
Is that an endorsement of transracialism?
Kind of got me, huh?
Do you see the hypocrisy here?
I do see the hypocrisy, but I don't think the hypocrisy is like, I'm not trying, how do I phrase this?
Maybe it's like, if I want to be a dragon, I can just be a dragon or something.
Why is it socially acceptable for people to identify as a different gender, but it's not socially acceptable for people to identify as a different race?
Well, I don't know. That's a great question.
I hear a lot of people on this campus today that say the black face is wrong, but the woman face is totally acceptable. Why is there a double standard for race and gender?
Dad, I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. I don't know.
I don't know either.
So there's something to really think about, right? Like as we explore that topic, I mean, listen, I'm not big with the, I'm not big on that topic, I should say, but I would say that, you know, because I have family members that is in that LGBTQ community, QA plus, ABCDEFG, which is cool. But I would say that, you know, if we could turn around and say that, you know, a man can turn around and say he's a woman and that's okay and be that delusional, why isn't the opposite okay? Why can't somebody just come and say, yo, I'm black and I'm white? You know what I'm saying? Or why can't somebody say I'm Asian and they're really white? Like, you know, why are these things just not accepted? It's just something to think about. Good conversation. I mean, on to the next video.
And is on a 14-hour flight home right now, so I decided to surprise him by making some cinnamon rolls. He's been asking me to make him some for so long, so I thought now is the perfect time.
If you want to know how miserable people are on social media, all you have to do is scroll through the comment section. That's literally it. This beautiful mother and wife made a video of her making cinnamon rolls for her husband coming from work, and the comment section did not pass the vibe check. So many women were saying, okay, what are we supposed to do with this information? How about learn from it? How about take notes? People are saying, oh, well, she stays at home, she doesn't have to do anything, her husband goes out and works. Both these people are literally models. They both work. And anyone who's a model or knows anything about models, you know how busy their schedules are. Yet despite that, she makes the time to make her husband some cinnamon rolls. And I think that's such a beautiful gesture. People in the comment section are trying to make it about what he's doing for her to make her do this. Oh, he spoils her. Oh, she gets everything she wants. Da-da-da-da. Yes, he truly loves her and he takes care of her. But sometimes as a wife, you can do things just because you love your husband. Just to show that you appreciate them. A kind, sweet, and loving gesture as cinnamon rolls, making him a sweet treat. Whether you're a stay-at-home mother or a wife or someone who goes out and works a 9 to 5, you can still find time to do sweet gestures like this for the man that you love. And it doesn't have to be based on being spoiled or provided materialistic things. Like, it can just be because you love that person.
So from what I know about this young lady, she's a married woman, and you know, she seems very submissive. She has absolutely no issue with saying and using the word submission. And, you know, it's a beautiful thing. I mean, you know, to have a wife that, you know, you come home from a long day of work and you got food cooked for you, what? I mean, honestly, my wife does it all the time. So, you know, it's nothing like coming home from work and if she's not home, the first thing she'll say is, you know, baby, your food's in the microwave. Or if food is just being, you know, finished cooked when I get home, baby, you got food on the table, right? It's already hot and warm. All I got to do is just take my shoes off, sit down and eat, go take a shower, and I'm good. But to each his own. On to the next video.
Meeting someone, it goes into these two extremes. They're either moving too slow, which would be on the side of emotional unavailability, or they're going too fast and it makes me feel uncomfortable and like things are forced. But then I thought about it and I'm like, what are the chances that every other person on this planet doesn't know how to go the correct pace? There is a higher chance that there's something going on with me versus something being wrong with the pace of every person who's interested in me. Maybe the people who I feel are going too fast are actually the people who are emotionally available.
So, yeah, I mean, listen, that young lady there, I mean, I do follow her on Instagram and YouTube, and she makes some amazing content. She seems like a woman that had a certain way about her in the past, but then now she's starting to realize, like, you know, what it is to be a wife and what men are actually looking for. Ladies, take notes. You should follow her. I mean, I got to get her name, but I will definitely put it in the description below. On to the next video.
Yes, it is your body and your choice, but I hope you remember those words when it comes back to bite you. Let's talk about how so many women in today's day and age almost have one thing in common: ignorance. I mean, you guys are completely oblivious that this world is playing games on you and you don't want to listen because your eyes, your ears, and your mind are not trained to handle the truth. You shrivel up like clams and call me a pygmy when I'm just trying to help women out. Watch what you do on social media. Everyone's selling their bodies for less than a Netflix subscription to say that they know their worth. But once you realize that all these women are oversaturating the sex market, people will get tired of you. You're purposeless. The only thing that you have to offer is something that you claim to not want people to take advantage of, yet you showcase it like a recycled piece of art on display.
So the good question is, how is she the pick-me, right? If you're taking off your clothes and the likelihood is you're doing it because you want people to click on like and pick you, right? How is a woman that tells women the truth considered the pick-me? I personally consider her a woman that most men would deem of value, right? And the women that are out there doing whatever they got, whatever it takes, getting BBLs and, you know, pretty much wearing nothing online, I would consider you the pick-me, not a woman that's telling you the truth. But this world seems to be backwards. It's not just one specific community that thinks this way. There seems to be all of our communities that's twisted. It's a Western mindset, and it's trash. On to the next video. That's what's up, man. That's what's up. Listen, I don't knock it. You know, in this instance, you know, of times of past, women have always known. You deal with an older man, you got security. You deal with an older man, you have, you know, protection to a degree, right? It's nothing wrong with it. Older men tend to provide women with softer lives because they don't live life. They have a protector mindset. They have a provider mindset. And usually they have to have financial prime when they're at his age. Hey, girl, do your thing. I ain't mad at you. On to the next video.
It's 3 weeks apart, like.
Yeah, what's the situation with that? Like,
I wasn't ready, so I was like, bro, I ain't ready. So like, that was an argument of ours. So I'm like, all right, bet. I'm finna go get Shawty pregnant.
whoa!
So I got her pregnant on purpose.
Okay.
That's such a Sagittarius thing to do.
Okay.
Such a Sagittarius, so spontaneous.
Bruh.
Like,
You set yourself up to be stressed out.
How was it dealing with the pregnancy? Did you do the maternity photos or anything like that? Or
it was so stressful. I ain't talked to one, and I barely talked to the other one during the pregnancy because it was too much. I was trying to work, so I'm like, I can't let this like take over me, and this is what I need to take over.
So you ignored them their whole pregnancy.
You know, I didn't even watch this whole video before I even decided to review it, but you know, this is 100% son husband behavior. This is a man that doesn't think logically. This is a man that leads off of emotion, and it's sad. And you know, my man, you ain't gonna go nowhere in life with that mentality, B. So I mean, good luck with that, man. On to the next video.
53.
Are you single?
Yeah.
Have you found that as a man at your age, dating has gotten easier for you?
It's definitely harder. Yeah.
Why do you say that?
So I don't think women are looking for substance, right? So I'm looking for substance. I don't think they're looking for substance. They're looking for what I can do for them. You know what I mean? So it's pretty hard here in Brickell.
So it's harder in the sense of finding an intelligent woman, but easier because you can provide for them.
It's very easy to find one who wants to be provided for, yeah. But to find someone who's looking at me for me, it's pretty hard.
So what age range are you looking to date then?
At 53, I'll date 37 to 40. That's about it.
And nothing in the 20s?
No. That's a party lifestyle, a lifestyle that I have no interest in. And I definitely want someone who can relate to who I am. I don't think a 20-year-old is going to relate to who I am.
Well, I mean, listen, I could kind of dig them with that one. I mean, a woman in their 20s, it's not like women in the 20s back in the past where they were raised to be wives. So, you know, women today are taught in their 20s to have fun, enjoy life, and focus on their career. And even that bleeds into their mid to you know, early to mid 30s. And then it goes on with them. And then by the time they hit 35, it's usually like, now I want to settle down. Now I want the white picket fence, the family, the man, the husband, and all of that. I mean, listen, it is what it is. It is society that we live in. I say, fellas, if you cannot find the woman that you want, get your passport, go abroad. I mean, it's not saying it doesn't exist in America. I got married, I found my wife in America. I do understand the plights. I'm not in the dating market. So I would say good luck, fellas, but do what's best for you. But anyways, that was it. I'm excited about it. That's my first reaction. Stay tuned for many more to come, and we will talk. Peace.